Welcome to the Bridging Insider, where we're the bridge by resetting your micro movements back to being active. And we have a return guest today. This is Robyn, who we met actually 3 months ago. We had to figure it out. She was here because she had some tightness and back tightness in her hip and leg doing yoga that was really crazy, and
actually from having a hysterectomy.
And it was the cause was all the muscle that wasn't really working so well after the hysterectomy, and we took care of most of that. And I thought today she'd be back and we'd just double check that and maybe add another layer. But what happened?
So I went away. We were actually on our first day in Paris in July, and biking is huge in Paris. I looked the wrong way and a biker hit me. And I fell, and it really hurt my ankle.
Did the bike hit your ankle?
Yeah. And I fell, and I honestly didn't even know what happened because it came out of nowhere. And for me, I thought I just bruised my ankle. And so it recovered after several weeks, although I still, to this day, which is several months later, have a mark. And then we were So
we took some photos before we started because I wanted to compare some posture alignment. But what we noticed is when she had her facing away, it's like her whole top half is a little crooked. So it is the direction that she probably fell from the bike. So we have some core straightening to do.
Well, and I mentioned that my neck on the other side
is tight. So if her core is off, her head is still straight, which then puts some stress at your neck. So yeah, we have to get your core straight, not your neck. Your neck will be fine.
Yeah, totally, definitely.
Okay, so just to start, oh wait, by the way, I'm Kara Lindell. For those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. And you'll see all kinds of great examples of how real life ends up disturbing how our bodies are able to move and function. And then bridging is what I developed, and it is a function of my background as a systems engineer and a movement specialist. We just look at the world differently, and it's physics-based, and we support and guide and then reset your muscles so you're able to get back to active. So let's check a few things. Okay. Let's see how you're moving. I'm just going to hold at your hips, and we're going to go right and left. And you know what? So you fell to the right,
I did.
Believe. So she's going to fall toward me. The muscles on your right have a little checked out because they're the ones that should keep you from falling to the left. And I can't really push you to the right very much. Let's see about turning. Okay, that's easy. That's easy because that didn't get affected. And forward and back. This is what changed last time, is she can go glide forward and back. Okay, so that didn't get affected. It's the sideways. Sit. Let's just see what...
Okay.
The core in your head. So I'm going to hold on one side and just shoulders and just see. Okay, that's easy. Does that hurt anywhere?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And then the opposite. So she almost keeps falling. So if I had to guess, it's muscles through the midsection of her core got a little compressed. And then just lightly holding in her head, checking. She really doesn't move to the left and then moves a bit more to the right. Let's see about turning a lot to the left. Don't help.
Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't turn to the right. So you, there's probably a little bit of what you think of as whiplash.
Wow.
So your head orientation is actually a little bit over here. And it could have been like where you saw the person that hit you.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. So
that is so true.
Okay, so we're gonna have to make sure we have your head centered before we're done.
Okay.
Go on your back. Let's just see what's up.
Okay.
Because I think that ankle or leg is gonna be part of. Okay, let me do it.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. What do you need? Oh my gosh, this one is so much heavier, and just the hip doesn't want to turn. This one does. So this leg really took a lot.
Wow.
So it's good that you didn't injure anything worse than what you did.
I agree.
Okay, let's make sure shoulders are good. Nice. And then this one. Oops. Untangle you. Okay, they're pretty similar to each other. All right, so I am going to, you were on the bike, so legs were bent. I'm going to use this to simulate the position of kind of how everything was when you fell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move the legs apart just a little bit because you were on the bike.
No, I was walking.
You were walking?
I was walking.
And the bike hit you. Oh my God, same thing happened to me.
I know. I know.
Oh, it's terrible.
That's exactly. It was.
Okay.
Yes.
So, well, you know what? Let's just. Oh, well, that definitely helps the hip. So, you know, we'll stay with this. Yeah, you know, when I got hit by the bike, as the week or two went by afterwards, I realized more and more of what happened. And we're going to get 2 little peanuts and support that leg.
Okay.
Or ankle, I mean. That's crazy that that's where you really took some impact. So let me know if anything doesn't feel right.
Okay.
Because we're kind of reconstructing on the fly 3 months later. So
yeah,
it's really stiff compared to this one. Feel how easy that moves? Yeah. So good for your body for healing. Now it's time to help it reset on how it works.
Yes.
So with injuries, what we often end up doing is sort of recreating the mode of injury and positions. So kind of, if you think in terms of a video, rewind the video back to like right before what happened. And we want to kind of redirect.
Yes.
So cut that clip and piece in a new one. Okay, so now your foot's starting to move. And so it's nice you didn't really, I don't think you really sprained your ankle, but it's I wonder if they ran over your foot.
I think they did.
Because it's like right at the top of your sock line is where it's just really super stiff.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And like right there, if you touch right there, that's where it hurts.
Okay, yeah, I suspect maybe they ran over it. Just accidents are the weirdest things. So I know for those of you, Robyn has her own YouTube channel and podcast. It's called Seeking Center. So she's very into wellness and health. And, you know, one of the things, you know, we learn all these health things and spiritual practices and all this, you know, to live a good life. But what really gets missed is what happens to us. Like disturbances happen.
That's right. That's right.
And so the first one we dealt with was the medical disturbance, and this is a physical disturbance. So we have to reset you back to original.
Yes, it's true.
Oh, there. Now your foot's starting to move.
Wow.
Okay, and then I'm moving your foot, but now your leg starts to bounce with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole realignment. It's really, you know, you reset, realign.
Yeah, so we're putting the chain back together or stacking the Legos.
Yes.
We often use Jenga blocks as a way of talking through some things. And I just saw a post online where somebody else had used Jenga blocks. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. And I know that's even how you think about it, I feel like.
So it's like the foot has to stack to the ankle, to the lower leg, to the knee, to the thigh, and upward. And then we're going to match right and left. At least hopefully we are. Okay, what I've got it so it moves. What it's not doing very well is straightening. Like if you're pointing your toe, it's a little stuck with that. So it bends, but we also need straightening. There you go. Wow. Because yoga was important to you, or is important to you, and you need all kinds of foot positions.
That's right.
That. Whoa, with a crack.
Yes.
That's always nice. Oh, there. All right, I'm just gonna freshen this one up. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And bounce. All right, take both of them and up through your core. So what I'm going to guess is that using both legs, because you were off center with core to legs, core was angled to the left. I'm going to guess that I can move your legs more to the left than the right, and we just need to let your lower back and leg muscles kind of find themselves. They need to seek center.
They, you know, I was thinking that might end up being so. It's true.
There we go. Okay, make sure that doesn't feel. Yeah. So I'm just bouncing back and forth because everything just got jammed up and a little off. So, and then we should get a point where it just bounces back the other way. There we go. Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. And just roly-poly.
Wow. Wow.
So that's, if you've been watching some of our videos, you see that we use peanut balls for a lot of different reasons. One, we originally was supporting her legs, and now I'm using it to facilitate some movement. So a little this way and that. I'm going to try the sideways again, but I'm going to go to the right and then the left. And okay, I see you turning all the way up through the rib cage, which is great.
Okay.
I want to make sure on both sides. That actually is almost stretching up through your shoulder.
Yep.
And then this way, definitely through your shoulder. Okay. Yay. All right. Wow. And then we're going to see if everything matches to fold it up. Oh, your right is thinking about it. Now we're going to... Oh my gosh, so you had your whole rest of your vacation and flying home. Whoa.
I did. And we were walking about 14 miles a day. So, I mean, I was grateful I could still walk, but it was kind of painful. Yeah.
Yeah, the left one is just a little bouncier through the heel. So let's try a little bit more with this. So many little ligaments, bones, muscles, everything in the foot and ankle that they get a little picky on how they have to work together.
What's amazing to me is that you're doing this, but it doesn't hurt, you know?
Right. Yeah, because I have people that we meet that have been to other professionals with other modalities, and it's usually no pain, no gain.
Right. This does not hurt.
Okay, so we're gonna. Oh, there. Wow. That is pretty even. Yeah. Now I'm feeling the top of your foot start to move. It's like there's a compress in and expand out.
Wow.
There. So that should have you bounce on your feet. Oh, okay.
Wow.
So I'm going to take this out.
Okay.
And we're going to see if your leg is lighter. Oh my gosh.
I can feel that. I can feel that.
And well, this one actually feels a touch heavier.
Yeah.
So let's give it a little pick me up. I think this one was the one that was more affected from the hysterectomy.
Yeah.
So, and that's what
true.
I actually had wanted you to come back so that we could follow up on that. So we're just going to hold a little bit in here. And because all the different layers of scarring related to that surgery and how everything got rearranged. It's
that's right.
Just one pass is usually not, it's good, but there's like a little bit of fine tuning to do. There we go. Pretty even.
They are.
Okay, we're gonna have fun.
Wow.
I'm gonna use this down here. We're just gonna wiggly jiggly.
Okay. All right.
It's like I think everything's working together pretty well. I just want it to be like all nice and loose and mobile. There. Yeah. Awesome.
Wow.
All right, let's double check the arms again. Okay. I'll say that's easier. So something with all the tightness in your lower back was actually holding up your arms, and this one's easier too. Nice. They were good before, but this is better.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to match up left and right. Well, maybe. We always start with the better side. So that's a different principle too with bridging is we start with the side that moves rather than the side that's heavy and stuck.
Okay.
Unless there's an injury, because then we have to fluff out the injury. Okay, drop. Okay, so this side moves. And there's your shoulder. Go. And go back and forth a few times and down. And come back to the right side and same thing. And now you move.
Wow.
A little bit at your shoulder. There we go. Okay, so Robyn, sit up.
Okay.
And spin around.
Okay.
So we have to make sure your head is centered back. So sometimes these muscles will change by themselves just from your core shifting. holding the base of her head and then just really gently on the sides. We're not forcing anything, we're just seeing where does it easily move to, and then kind of just holding. So to the left, there's a lot of motion, and then back to the right, not as much. What we found was much more different earlier was the turn. So I'm just going to hold the turn. If that feels like anything's pinching, let me know. So I'm supporting the left because it got over compressed, the muscles around her neck. So I'm giving them some help so that they don't scrunch up too much, and then helping remind the ones on the right that they need to work together. It's like our kids, play nice. There you go. Yay. Okay, now we're gonna go to the side and the back. Oh, beautiful. And then let's pair up the front and the back. Very nice. All right. And then I want to see, I'm going to hold by her ribs, and we're going to go side to side. Good. And then turning. Oh, that's very centered. Very nice. Stand up. Let's check it out. So the only direction really that was impacted from the fall was sideways. So let's just see how we going sideways. You're going both ways and very securely, like you're not going to fall.
No.
Yay. So that ankle was really locked up. And so it wasn't grounding you well, or it wasn't dynamically grounding you.
Yeah.
And then that impacted, there was probably a little impact from the whole incident.
Right, that I didn't even realize.
Whole
That's right.
Side, but yeah. And then just a little remnant of things from the hysterectomy. So, yeah, but just to help your head find center again. It's all about the center. We found our center. So,
yes.
Yeah, so that's kind of the recap of everything. So give Robyn a thumbs up. Yes.
Thank you.
Kind of not the example that I thought we'd be sharing, but still, it's a great example because this is real life.
Yeah.
Things happen. It's like we don't ever look for getting run into by a bicycle.
No.
So for those of you in the Chicago area and would love to have a session, come on up. We're north of the city in Northbrook. For those of you who are not here, either come here or we can do a virtual session. And excuse me, if you are interested in learning, we do hold workshops and courses. And if you'd love to be a guest, I'd love to have you. So you can get in touch with me. And let's see, I think if you find these examples of how movement is affected by things in life and you want to see more, hit subscribe so you get the next episode. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Everybody,
keep
check it out. Keep checking.
Keep doing all your good work too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.